Hello, my name is Raihan Fadilla. Me and my group is Christian Allen, Radifan Wisnu Pradana from Bina Nusantara Alam Sutra want to present about the effect of transfer of ownership of PT Papros Tbk on financial performance. First of all, I would like to thank you to our lecturer, Miss Mariani, to give this opportunity to publish the paper and also presenting my paper. Uh, why my group is interesting because we want to know how transfer of ownership can affect the financial performance. First of all, I would like to read my phenomenon. Papros experienced decrease in annual sales of June 30, 2020. When they just got acquisition by Kimia Pharma last year, when a company get acquisition, they should expect an increase in financial performance. Not only that, Papros also experienced more increase in liability than equity after the acquisition took place. Based on that phenomenon, researchers decided to do a research on this matter. Here's our previous research. We used these five of this previous research to know how the effect of transfer ownership can affect the financial performance. The first one is Eddy and Irianti L 2019. We found out that the variable is independent mergers and acquisition and dependent is firm performance. The result is acquisition and mergers affect the company performance, and the second one, acquisition and mergers affect the quality of profit and experience the insignificant improvements. The second one, Muhammad Ali Al-Hayek. We found out that the variable is acquisition and dependent is income statement and the moderating is acquired company. There is an effect of acquisition on income statement in acquired company. Case study in Irbit Electricity. And the third one is Dr. R.S. Kadis Mozi and Panaftarini PS 2019. We found out that the variable is the dependent is pharmaceutical industries and independent mergers and acquisition. We found that the result is acquisition and mergers affect a company liquidity position. And the fourth one, Ulin and Rome 2017. We found that the independent variable is financial performance and the dependent variable is mergers and acquisition. We found the result is higher increase in the total debt to post-merger companies compared to the increase in total assets makes the company solvency not increase significantly in the short term. And the last one is Mugo Anthony in 2017. We found that the variable is independent mergers and acquisition, and dependent is financial performance. And the result, we found that the mergers and acquisition of commercial banks in Kenya affect the increase in return on equity and also in the return on asset and company financial leverage and solvency banks. Next, with our research problem is the first one is what is the effect of the acquisition by PT Kimia Pharma Tbk on the financial performance of PT Papros Tbk based on financial ratios, return on asset, debt to equity ratio, total asset turnover, current ratio, debt to assets, quick ratio, and net profit margin, and price earning per ratio. And the second one is the acquisition of PT Papros Tbk by PT Kimia Tbk has been effective? Here's our theoretical framework. The first one is we used to the company financial performance before it was acquired, and we compare to the company financial performance after the acquisition using a return on asset, debt to equity ratio, total asset turnover, current ratio, price per earning ratio, quick ratio, debt to asset ratio, and the last one is net profit. It is our hypothesis. Acquisition made by PT Kimia Tbk to PT Papros Tbk is expected to create operational cost efficiency and contribution of goods, increase product portfolio diversification and strengthen the product network, based on Wahyu Kunchoro 2019. It was also supported by research conducted by Edi Irianti L 2019, Muhammad Ali Al-Hayek 2018, Dr. R.S. Kanismoji and Pavat Tarani P.S. 2019, Oscar Hermawan 2019, and the last one is Mugo Anthony 2017, indicating significant difference in financial performance after acquisition. The hypothesis 0, there is no significant difference in PT Papros Tbk financial performance before and after the acquisition. And the hypothesis 1, there are significant difference in PT Papros Tbk financial performance before and after the acquisition. The research methodology in our paper is research object. The research object in the study is the transfer of company of ownership, and the research design is comparative research. The data used in this research is secondary data, which is gathered from BEI or BEI, Bursa Efek Indonesia website. The unit of analysis in this research is PT Papros Tbk. The data is processed using Wilcoxon sign rank test in Microsoft Excel. Our research variable is the studies use financial performance represented by return on asset, current ratio, quick ratio, total asset turnover, net profit margin, price to earning ratio, debt to assets, and debt to equity ratio as dependent variables. And the independent variable in the study is acquisition action. Papros was acquired by Kimia Pharma in 2019. Here are our Wilcoxon tests. After the process of calculating performance variables in the form of financial ratio, the next step is to perform a statistical test to prove the formula hypothesis. The test used is Wilcoxon's test. Testing is done using Excel and the result obtained are as below. And the result of the Wilcoxon test is the current ratio in 2018 and 2019. Find the base of the PT Papros is in 2019 and 2018 is 1.08 and 2019 is 1.01. And then there is a difference between that. There is a difference is minus 0.03 and absolute difference is 0.0226 and the rank is 2. And the quick ratio in 2018 is 0.71 and 2019 is 0.71. There is no difference between both of them and the rank is 1. And after that, the total asset turnover in 2018, there is a point is 0.67 and in 2019 is 0.56. The difference is minus 0.11 and the absolute difference is 0.1 and 114 and the rank is 6. Net profit margin in 2018 is 0.13 and in 2019 is 0.09 and the difference is minus 0.04 and the absolute difference is 0.038 and the rank is 5. The return on asset in 2018 is 0.09 and the 2019 is 0.05. So the difference is minus 0.08 and the absolute difference is 0.036 and the rank is 4. Price to earning ratio is 17.78 and then in 2019 is 8.88. The difference is minus 8.90 and the absolute difference is 8.901. The rank is 8. And also the debt to equity in 2018 is 1.37 and also the debt to equity in 2019 is 1.55 and the difference is 0.19 and the absolute difference is 0.186. Rank is 7. And the last one, debt to asset 0.58 in 2018 and 2019 is 0.61. So there's a difference between both of them is 0.03, and absolute difference is 0.031, and the rank is 3. The green one is increase and the red one is decrease. So we found out that T minus is 25 and the T plus is 11. The W stat is 11 and W crit is 3. And the point of A is 0.05 and the N is 8. And the W stat is bigger than W crit. And from the Wilcoxon test, we find out that the HO or hypothesis 0 is accepted. From the data above, the result obtained is hypothesis 0 received, which means there is no significant difference between before and after the acquisition. Hypothesis 0 is accepted because W stat, which amounts to 11, cell obtained from cell T plus. By the addition of column rank that is not minus marked with the green, larger than W crit by 3, obtained by Wilcoxon test critical value table with alpha values 0.05 and the sample up to 8. If W stat is smaller than W crit, then hypothesis 0 will be rejected. In this case, hypothesis 0 is accepted because W stat is larger than W crit. We found out that the effect of transfer of ownership on financial performance, in this case, the hypothesis used in the study show whether there is any effect of transferring of ownership on PT financial performance. Papros Tbk. From the result of the analysis marked Wilcoxon text was obtained that hypothesis 0 received, meaning that there is no significant influence on the transfer ownership on financial performance. The result of the investigation showed that Papros was not able to benefit from the asset acquired from the acquisition by Kimia Pharma, so that the results obtained are not yet capped. But acquisition is not said to have failed since the acquisition was made in 2019. So further, researcher is needed on Papros in the future. The management itself is convinced that the company performance will improve in the future. In addition, the company plans to conduct a right issue. Some of the funds will be used for expansion, both originally and inorganically. Our group in conclusion is, by acquiring other companies, it is expected to increase the market share of the company and diversify the company. In addition, acquisition can also be beneficial for the acquired companies, and acquisitions can improve performance and save the company from bankruptcy. The study is intended to determine the impact of acquisition on the company's performance in the acquisition, namely PT Papros. The result of the study showed that the performance of PT Papros declined after the acquisition by PT Kimia Pharma, but the decline of PT Papros is not significant. It is caused by PT Papros that has not been able to benefit from the asset acquired by PT Kimia Pharma, so the results achieved are not yet maximum. The limitation of the study is measuring the performance of companies that only use financial ratios as a benchmark, so that only the quantitative aspect can be measured and qualitative aspects such as distribution networks and product quality cannot be measured. In addition, acquisitions were made in 2019, so the study looked only at the company's short-term performance and did not look at the company's long-term performance. And the suggestion in our paper is a company must be more careful when they decide to make acquisition action before if done. Without careful calculation, it will negatively affect the financial performance of both companies. The management of post-acquisition must also be able to adapt quickly to the newly acquired company so that there is no traction during the transfer of ownership, transition, and to make the maximum of use of the company assets. Investors should be careful also when investing in companies that will make acquisition because usually the share price will increase significantly and may lead to buying an overpriced stock, and investors should be able to estimate the success of the acquisition. For the next, researchers should discuss the influence of acquisition more, and further research is also recommended to examine financial statement within a minimum period of 3 years after the acquisition in order to obtain more optimal results. Okay. I think this is enough for our paper. I would like to thank you to all of the judges and see ya.